Look, thought the guys came out here and tried to compete. You know, anytime you have over 150 yards, that's just undisciplined football, and we just got to do a better job with that. My message to the team was, hey, look, they all count now, and so, you know, go get your rehab and your preventative care and rest your minds. But it's time to go, and hopefully we're all on the same page going forward.
You talked earlier in the week about some guys we're going to play and we're not going to play depending on overall health. What is it to play some of the guys who might be quote-unquote starters tonight?
We just played the guys that we thought needed to have more live action, and that's the way we approached it.
Was the plan for Jacoby to just play the first series, or was that as a result?
No, that was the plan. We were going to play Jacoby a series or two and get Drake in.
Would he have been able to play?
He would have been able to continue.
What's his health status right now? Is he?
I talked to him. Look, we'll see tomorrow. You always feel a little bit more sore the next day, but he said he was good. We'll find out tomorrow.
How concerned are you about the offensive line, Jerod?
I think it is a concern. I think the biggest concern for me, it's not the X's and O's of what to do. It's just the lack of discipline that they showed today, and that's on all of us. That's on me. It starts with me. I got to be more diligent in getting on those guys about pre-snap penalties, and the rest of the coaches have to do the same thing. But the players also have to take responsibility for those pre-snap penalties. Look, the referees, they did a good job. They warned us multiple times. We talked. Then we got flagged, and they just kept on the flag because we didn't adjust. And one thing, you know, I've learned around here is we'll do business as business is being done. And if you see them calling those type of plays, you got to self-correct and get better. So we just didn't do that tonight.
I feel like the offensive line has been a talking point throughout training camp. Why do you think there's been a lot of progress with that unit?
Yeah, I mean, look, I tell the guys all the time. Every single day, we just have to get better. Obviously, we have to gel as a unit. That's one of those units where you got to be close on the field and off the field and build that trust, and it's a process that we're continuing to go through.
Heading into tonight's game, you had mentioned that you expected to have a decision on the starting quarterback decision, competition made by tomorrow night. Is that still?
Yeah. You know, look, I mean, that's always the goal. And as I always say, I reserve the right to change my mind. In saying that, look, we got to watch the film. We get in at 3 o'clock in the morning, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get through all the film on the plane.
Sorry about that. One of the starters who didn't see time today was Pop Douglas. He played kind of a lot of snaps. Was that by design? You said one of those guys who needs a little bit more action.
Yeah, it was by design. Once again, guys that need live action. Same thing with Marcus Jones, getting them out there. Guys that need live action. That was the mentality going into the game, and I was happy to see him out there.
Jerod, with Jacoby suffering an injury tonight, I think it just raises the possibility that if he's the starter week one, that could happen in the regular season. Would Drake May play if Jacoby's unavailable?
I would like to sit here and say 100%. He's our second best quarterback on our roster right now.
But so is that a yes or?
Next question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure until I watch the film.
Are you concerned about the offensive line if you had to put Drake in, in that situation?
Look, I'm not concerned about I'm concerned about every position. And then I would say Elliott and myself and the rest of the staff, our job is to always, look for better players. We'll be very active on the waiver wire. There'll be some good football players out there on the street. And, look, we'll try to get this team better.
What stood out to you about Drake's performance tonight?
Sorry.
What stood out to you about Drake's performance tonight?
Yeah, I think he showed great poise. He went out there, his quarterback rating was 100 or something like that. He made plays. He looked like he was in control of the offense and did a good job for us.
Jerod, speaking on the offensive line, we saw City So go out. He was questionable and downgraded to out. Do you have any update on his status right now?
No, I don't have an update. He'll get an MRI at some point tomorrow.
Do you anticipate it being a little serious?
I'm not sure. I wish I could tell you. I'm just not sure.
Would the line's performance impact your decision on when to play Drake May? Would you be concerned about playing him behind the line?
We always say, look, the best players are going to play. No matter if it's a quarterback or an offensive line, it doesn't matter. We're going to play the best players.
How frustrating was it? I saw after a series, I think, go over to the offensive line after one who had the illegal formation. You seemed like you were demonstrative, pretty much pointing it out. And then it happened right again. How frustrating was that?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. And once again, it starts with me. I just got to get on those guys more in practice about some of that stuff. I think the most frustrating part was after you've been told that you have to move up, that they continue to line up the same way. I would say some of those calls, I don't know, but you look at the pictures and we were definitely deep.
You guys were told specifically about the illegal. That was the point of emphasis, the illegal formation calls.
Well, the point of emphasis, they always give you a warning, like the tackles are too far back and things like that. And we had those warnings, and we didn't take heed, and they threw the flag.
Is the rule of thumb on that if the tackle's head is
They line up off of the guards, and then I would also say, depending on who's out there reffing, they all see it a little bit different. Once again, the most frustrating part was this is how they're calling your alignment. Let's make those adjustments.
Aside from the decision, how gratifying has it been to see Drake make it tough on you?
It's been great. Once again, just his overall steadiness and being able to come into work every single day and get better. It's been great to see.
Did you have any awareness of anything going on with his hand? It just looked like he was kind of looking down at his hands every once in a while, Drake.
I'm not sure. I didn't see that.
Coach Rob, with 20 camp practices and 3 preseason games, how confident are you now going forward? It starts up 2 weeks from now, really getting your team ready for Cincinnati.
Yeah, look, we'll be ready to go. We're going to go into a hostile environment. We have things to work on. We're going to watch this film. We'll grade the film. We'll make roster moves and decisions as we see fit. And we're going to try to put the best New England Patriots team we can against Cincy. Thanks, guys.